The whole time the truth was right in front of you. Hey, let go.
I learned these laws and I express them. Been had to bow, but the whole time sitting on the dresser. Got used to living in my sins, never addressed them. I need to learn this all again, need a refresher. I thought I had it all together, but that wasn't the case. I looked the devil in his eyes, I seen him face to face. I was caught up in this world, but I had to escape. I act inside the commandments, now I'm in better shape. Us against the world, I better stand up for the Lord. Cause the devil always lurking and the angels they record. Yeah, we God's on this earth, but you gotta put in work. Teach the gospel to the poor and the ones under the curse. Cause the truth gon' set you free, as long as you believe. Faith without the law, you better not get deceived. I'm just doing my job, I'm just trying to plant a seed. If you don't get it that way, to God give you the increase. Study, pray, apply, endure till you die. Cast down lies. Israel on the rise. I learned these laws and I express them. Been had to bow, but the whole time sitting on the dresser. Got used to living in my sins, never addressed them. I need to learn this all again, need a refresher. I thought I had it all together, but that wasn't the case. I looked the devil in his eyes, I seen him face to face. I was caught up in this world, but I had to escape. I act inside the commandments, now I'm in better shape. Can't see what's going on when the writing's on the wall. Why you still laying down? I guess you didn't get the call. Trying to walk this narrow path, trying not to fall. I've been pleading with my brother, but he won't listen at all. I done lived that life before, I know it's another side. See, I'm trying to save him cause it's hard, full of pride. I pray that he make the kingdom and the Lord open his eyes. You don't repent, you gon' meet your demise. So tell me what you waiting on. This the last days, you can't wait long. Angels all around me like a halo. Chariots they flying, tell them swing low, sweet chariot. I learned these laws and I express them. Been had to bow, but the whole time sitting on the dresser. Got used to living in my sins, never addressed them. I need to learn this all again, need a refresher. I thought I had it all together, but that wasn't the case. I looked the devil in his eyes, I seen him face to face. I was caught up in this world, but I had to escape. I act inside the commandments, now I'm in better shape. They can't take my soul away. No cold, I had colder days. Darkness was my path. I got light, I see, I know the way. I heard, I know the pain. Been through the storm, stood in the rain. The kingdom, that's the target, that's my aim. They can't take my soul away. No cold, I had colder days. Darkness was my path. I got light, I see, I know the way. I heard, I know the pain. Been through the storm, stood in the rain. The kingdom, that's the target, that's my aim. Look, I'm from the Lord, I know it, sometimes I show it, but I put my faith in the Lord. We in the trenches together, my life ain't no better. What's God's, but now we destroy it. I'm trying to climb out the hole that we in. When we get out, ain't no going back in. I'm telling the kingdom of heaven got power with God. It's royalty all on my skin. I saw my life in the book, I can't lie, yeah, like I look. Trying to tribulation, they kept on coming. You know I won't run if I want it, yeah, this what it do. We put the truth in their face. If you real, then you gon' make haste. Gotta let go the pants and drop out that baggage if you gon' stand in this race. I just played a hand that I would dealt, you know I'm all in. I can't tell you about that action, stop with all that talking. They don't never tell you that you wrong, watch who you call friend. They can lock me up and take my life, but they can't take my soul away. No cold, I had colder days. Darkness was my path, I got light, I see, I know the way. I heard, I know the pain. Been through the storm, stood in the rain. The kingdom, that's the target, that's my aim. They can't take my soul away. No cold, I had colder days. Darkness was my path, I got light, I see, I know the way.
Applying pressure to the pedal breaking. What are we dedicated? Revealing truth to our people, we've been miseducated. Great awakening taking place and they can't decimate it. Truth serum, they can't be replicated. Get medicated, this that Psalms 10780. We got this truth and can't keep calm. On the corner dropping bombs, can't real talking truth, taking the kingdom in the gates of wicked hell. Just touchdown, I ain't got my foot on the brake. Truth got my mind, I'm finna redo every day. Giving sight to the blind, it's something we do every day. And I don't care if what I'm saying make you feel the way. Yeah, let's talk truth. Let's talk about it. Let's talk truth. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk truth. Yeah, hear what I'm saying. Let's go inside the book. Let me go make it plain. Let's talk truth. We can't settle for less side. Cause we got everything that we need and we see it only from professor. And I just been seeing the dreamers. I know that they lying. They here to come test us.
Hey, shalom, shalom, most high in Christ bless. Welcome to another week of Let's Talk Truth. Today you got myself, Captain Emmanuel, to my right.
Officer Jonah.
To my left.
Officer alive, Ken.
All praises to the Most High God.
That's right.
Hey, the topic, put that on the screen.
Bring it out.
The Katrina Holocaust.
Damn.
Put on my accent today, you heard?
What's out?
So before we get into the show, make sure y'all go ahead and scan that QR code to support the troops.
Sir.
Booster Club, donate to the Booster Club, or you can send that text to 646-982-3858. Right?
That's right.
Well, I ain't gonna say pick your poison, because that ain't what it is.
Right.
But you know, all praise to the Most High. So, dealing with this topic today, all right, make sure y'all hit that like button as well, comment, share, do all of that. But dealing with the topic today, a lot of people may know or may not know. But first of all, the Katrina Holocaust is referring to Hurricane Katrina, the worst natural disaster in U.S. history. All right. Hurricane Katrina happened in what just so happens to be my birthplace, New Orleans, Louisiana. And yes, I had family members that was directly affected by the storm, in the storm, and 50% of my family evacuated from the storm.
What?
All right. And what was I about to say? Dealing with Hurricane Katrina as far as the aftermath. I'm gonna get into all of that later. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get that first clip real quick. Oh, yeah, let's open up with Proverbs 8, verse 6.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
Here, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth.
For what?
For my mouth shall speak truth.
Go ahead.
And wickedness is an abomination to my lips.
Right, so we're going to talk truth today. Now, this right here
That's right.
for a lot of people. All right? Especially if you're from New Orleans and got relatives from New Orleans and whatnot. People often talk about, well, not people, specifically white people, all right? And what they teach us in school is to feel bad for the so-called Jewish people in terms of the Holocaust.
Right.
Right? Anne Frank, all that.
The hell is
thing
this?
that happened with the Jewish people.
Don't fall
Europe.
for it.
But what we about to go over today is showing you which happened right here in America in the 2000s. You understand? In August, it'll just now make 20 years. Not even 2 full decades ago. You understand? A true example of what a Holocaust really is. And it happened to the true Jews.
Right.
You
That's
understand?
right.
The primary target was the true Jews, all right, the so-called blacks in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, I remember what I was going to say. So, let me put this out there. A lot of people, mind you, was raised in the Catholic Church, Christian Church, or whatever the case in terms of New Orleans, Louisiana, and not really strong in the Christian faith at all, per se. So, what this storm did, what this hurricane did, going through that traumatic experience, a lot of people stopped believing in God because the mindset was like, wait a minute. And we're going to show you a lot of people really don't know what took place during this thing.
Boy, ain't no way,
what
boy.
people had to endure and what people did not endure. it was the worst disaster in U.S. history. I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying. So a lot of people lost faith in a God. You understand? A lot of people did. Now, I'm going to say this right here. Off the bat. This, what I'm finna bring out to y'all, and we just read the scripture, my lips shall speak truth.
Right.
This ain't going to make it no better. You understand? But this is the understanding behind why these things happen. Read Amos chapter 3, verse 6.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6.
Matter of fact, before we read it, play that clip so y'all can get a visual on what took place. You might be green to it. Who knows? Play that clip.
I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling. Damn! All down to San Antonio. All down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't ever play with guns. Huh?
All right. So I know I already mentioned it, right? But New Orleans, Louisiana is my birthplace. Now, my family just so happened, just by coincidence, my family, my father's side of the family, specifically his mother's side, is based, the entire family is based out of the lower 9th Ward, which is the neighborhood in which the levees broke. That's the neighborhood that got hit the hardest, that got flooded the most, that was destroyed above everything else in the storm, the lower 9th Ward, across the canal, right? So as I said, this directly affected my family. And I done said this on classes before. My grandpa's house was the only house still standing in the neighborhood after the storm. Right? But saying all that to bring back to the point, the initial point, a lot of people lost faith. Like I said, I'd seen it. You understand firsthand. A lot of people lost faith seeing and going through the things that this storm brought forth. But what we going to show y'all, what we going to bring forth to y'all is the truth concerning when such things happen.
That's right.
Amos 3 verse 6.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Read.
Shall there be evil in a city?
Shall there be what?
Shall there be evil in a city?
Shall there be evil in a city? You know what's evil in a city? Death.
Right.
Whether it come by winds, whether it come by flood, whether it come by fire. You understand? That's an evil thing in the city, a disaster. Can there be a disaster in the city? Go ahead.
And the Lord hath not done it.
And who?
And the Lord hath not done it.
And the Lord have not done it. Meaning ain't no evil going to happen in the city and the Lord was not behind it.
Hell no.
Oh, man. Give me that in Isaiah 29 verse 6.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts.
So this is how the Lord visit. When he visit the earth, this is how he visit. Go ahead.
With thunder.
Come on.
And with earthquake.
Read.
And great noise.
Uh-huh.
With storm and tempest.
With what?
With storm and tempest.
You know what storm and tempest is? Hurricane. You understand? Hurricanes, tropical storms, all of that. That's the Lord visiting the earth. Go ahead.
And the flame of devouring fire.
I get Nahum 1 and 3.
The book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 3.
Go ahead.
The Lord is slow to anger and great in power and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Read.
The Lord hath his way in the whirlwinds.
Read that again.
The Lord hath his way in the
The
whirlwind.
Lord has his way in the whirlwind. You know what a whirlwind is? Hurricane.
That's
The Lord
right.
has his way in the hurricane. Now read the whole verse from the top.
Verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger.
Come on.
And great in power.
So the Lord is slow to anger. Slow to anger. Read.
And will not at all acquit the wicked.
And will not at all acquit the wicked. Now, why do I want to emphasize that before I get into the Lord having his way in the whirlwind? New Orleans, Louisiana was the murder capital of the world in the 1990s. All right? 1994, I believe it was almost 2 bodies a day. Homicides? In New Orleans, ain't no big population like New York or nothing like that. You understand? It might be a big city on the scale of the South, but it ain't even probably top 5 biggest cities in the South population-wise in the 90s. But the death rate, the homicide rate was astronomical. We've never seen nothing like it. You understand? And that was consistent throughout the entire 1990s. The early 2000s, it slowed down a little bit, but it was still a wicked. Of course, it's gonna slow down. Here, 1,000 people then died the past 10 years, right? But it was still wicked as hell. You understand? It was still an evil, wicked, murderous city. But the Lord is slow to anger. He's slow to anger.
That's right.
But when he decided to visit New Orleans, keep reading. The Lord
hath his way in the whirlwind.
with them destructive, destroying winds from the hurricane, that damage that was done by the natural aspect of the disaster, that was the Lord having his way. Sorry.
Yep.
It is what it is. That's what it was.
That's right.
The Lord was having his way with New Orleans. It was judgment. Go ahead.
And in the storm. And the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Now get Genesis 6. So we saw something like this. And shout out to my wife, because she the one that inspired this topic for the week. Because I don't know what ignited her Katrina binge. But
She wants to learn your history.
she ended up watching a documentary. And during the documentary, it's called Katrina Babies. It's on HBO Max. In the documentary, one of the victims that went through the hurricane, she was like, it was like the flood that you read about in the Bible. You understand? Like basically she's saying her going through that hurricane brought the Bible to life in terms of the flood during Noah's time. Like she quoted, like when they was, on the roof, in the attic or whatever, trying to, trying to get above the waters that was rising to the roof. It was like waiting on that bird to come and let you know that it's dry land.
Sheesh, man.
For real, that's how she described it. So read Genesis 6 and verse 9.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked
verse
with
11.
God. Verse 11. The earth also was corrupt before God.
Go ahead.
And the earth was filled with violence.
The earth was what?
Filled with violence.
So at this time, the earth was filled with violence. Like we just mentioned, New Orleans, Louisiana, always been reputable for an astronomical level of violence. You understand? So I'm just putting it into perspective. In biblical history, in the book of Genesis, the earth was filled with violence. Go ahead.
And God looked upon the earth.
Come on.
And behold, it was corrupt.
Not only was it violent, but it was corrupt. All right, go ahead.
For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth.
Read.
And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
What?
I will destroy them with the earth.
So again, that's God, y'all. That's the conclusion God came to. After looking at the amount of violence in the earth, the Lord said, I have to destroy them with the earth. What does that mean? Verse 17.
Verse 17. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth.
So notice how he said it. I, even I. So don't get it mistaken. It's me.
That's right.
I, even I. Do what?
And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth
For what purpose?
to destroy all flesh.
Damn.
Boom.
Read.
Wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die.
That's God. And like I said, what we finna bring out is the truth. It ain't gonna make it no better for you non-believers.
That's right.
But that's what it is. It was judgment from the Lord.
Y'all better take heed.
But what we is gonna show y'all, if y'all stay tuned and you ain't already in your feelings and you don't wanna watch no more, what we gonna show y'all is the Lord, like we read, the Lord hath his wind a whirlwind on the natural side of the disaster. But our enemies, the so-called white man, capitalized off of that disaster.
Damn.
And they pushed the issue further than what the Lord intended as far as his judgment. We're going to show y'all. We're going to show y'all. So stay tuned for that.
Hey,
all right?
Cap, can I say something what
Go
you
ahead,
said?
go ahead.
This shows you the depths of Christianity. Think about how Hurricane Katrina took our people away from the Bible in New Orleans. Because in the Christian church, they don't teach you that God can do any harm. They lead you to believe that we worship a God that's happy all the time. And he only gives you blessings, blessings, blessings. And he never does anything bad. Get Isaiah 45:7 real quick. The teaching of who our God is and the type of God we serve in Christianity sets our people up for failure, because anytime something bad happens, the first thing they do is curse God, because they don't understand the scriptures. Read what you got.
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7.
Come on.
I form the light and create darkness.
Okay, come on.
I make peace and create evil.
The Lord creates good times when it's sunny, when it's good weather, when you can have a good time. And he said he create peace and what?
And create evil.
And create evil. What is that evil? What is that destruction that we read about in Amos 3? When God will send a tempest, when God will send plagues in the earth. All these things come from the same God, our God. Come on.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
The Lord of the Bible, our Lord, is the one that does these things. But Christianity taught you otherwise.
Yep. All praise to the Most High. So stay tuned,
That's
y'all.
right.
We gonna get it. We gonna get into the Katrina Holocaust. All right, but before we do, let's deal with the gem of the week. Put that up. Or bring it up. Yeah. All right. So this week gem of the week, all right, it's a little, it's more so facts, especially, well, not more so facts, which I know what I mean. Right. This is dealing with a lot of our people, you know, they're under the illusion of inclusion. They're asleep in the American dream. And they feel as if we've made a vast amount of progress in this land, and are unaware of the complete dominance of the white man to the same extent which it was in the first place when we landed on the ships.
Right.
So for some reason, our people think they see a few black folks on TV with shiny things that we made it out of slavery.
No.
So,
Hell no.
watch this. Esau gonna drop a gem for you. Put that on the screen.
So let me just show you some basic statistics from 2019. So the presidency and vice presidency, 100% white. The U.S. Senate, 91% white. I just have to point out again, the most diverse Congress we've ever had. The House of Representatives, 73% white. The current cabinet, 89% white. The governors, 98% white. Mayors, 88% white. Military advisors, just think about who we go to war with. 100% white. Federal judges, 88% white. Police officers, 80% white. The people who decide which TV shows we see, 93% white. The people who decide which books we read, 90% white. People who decide which news is covered, 85% white. People who decide which music is produced, 95% white. School teachers, 82% white. Full-time college professors, 84% white. Owners of men's pro football teams, 97% white. Owners of men's pro basketball teams, 98% white. The players, 75% black.
Click the
Well, all righty then. Give me that in Baruch 3 and 8 real quick.
You can't make this.
Baruch chapter 3, verse 8.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8.
So this scripture is # message. Come on.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Read it again.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
To this day, God is telling us to this very day, we are in our captivity. The hell you thought? That was 2019. You understand? The slave master is still the damn slave master. The hell wrong with you? Go ahead.
Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers.
So no matter how rich and black you is, no matter how much real estate you own, how many businesses you own, how many damn networks and all that you got, you still subject to payments.
Yep.
You understand? You still got to break off Uncle Sam, the Caucasian. The hell is
And
this?
to get paid, my bad, Calvin.
No, go ahead.
Now, to get paid, you have to stand on the table and rap in front of a bunch of white executives. To get drafted, you have to strip butt naked and run 40 yards as fast as you can. It's the same. It's the same thing as the slave auction.
Exactly. So give me that in go to Leviticus 26:17. So our job is to show y'all that this biblically aligns with the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans being the Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Because this is prophetic in regards to the children of Israel, their enemies ruling over them perpetually until the return of their Savior, the black Messiah, Jesus Christ, a Yahweh Shai. Read what you got.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 17.
Read.
And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you.
What did God say?
They that hate you shall reign over you.
They that hate you shall reign over you. That's what God said what happened to the Israelites for their disobedience.
That's right.
The white people, the people that raped, robbed, murdered you, lynched your people, you understand, stole everything from you, they are going to reign over you. They're going to rule over you. It is what it is. 2nd Ezra 6:57. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 57. And no, their great whiteness, you understand, they pale skin, they freckles, they blonde hair, their weird smell, none of that obviously got them the right to, you know what I'm saying, anything to deserve to reign over us. You understand? Read what you got. Watch this.
2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 57.
Go ahead.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen.
These what?
These heathen.
These other nations that's not your chosen, in particular, the white man. Go ahead.
Which have ever been reputed as nothing.
Which have what?
Which have ever been reputed as nothing.
They have always been in the sight of God as nothing. You understand? They can't even stand in the sun that God made to give us vitamin D. They can't even do that for too long.
Get out.
You understand? They are nothing in the sight of God. But there's people that have always been nothing in the sight of God. Go ahead.
Have begun to be lords over us.
Has begun to be what?
Lords over us.
Has begun to be lords over us. Meaning what? The president, vice president, House of Representatives, the Senate, the cabinet, the media, the education, all of the important stuff. 98%, 100%, 73%. I think that was the lowest percent.
Right.
Crazy.
And that's 3/4. The hell? They gonna be lords over us. Come on.
And to devour us.
And to do what?
Devour us.
And to devour us. So that ruler, them reigning over us is not gonna be peaceful and prosperous and favorable. What? They gonna devour our black ass. That's why it said they that hate you shall reign over you. Isaiah 26:13.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 13.
Come on.
O Lord, our God, other lords beside thee.
What?
Other lords beside thee.
So we just read in 2nd Ezra that the heathen are the lords that they have begun to lord over us. You understand? So other lords beside God. Guess what? Black man, black woman. That white man you've been worshiping and tattooing and getting on your chains and praying to and all of that. That's another lord besides God. Right. You understand? Read again.
O Lord, our God, other lords beside thee.
Cesare Borgia, first and foremost. You understand? And the white man in general. Read again.
O Lord, our God, other lords beside thee have had dominion over us.
Have had what?
Dominion over us.
They have had dominion over us. Why? Because the Lord said, they that hate you shall reign over you. Come on.
But by thee only will we make mention of thy name.
Right, but we going to remain faithful to the Lord, our God.
That's right.
But the point is, everything that she brought out, and get that in Nehemiah 9, everything that she brought out aligns with prophecy that pertains to the children of Israel, our enemies, the heathens, that are nothing in the sight of God, that done nothing to deserve their spot. Because of our sins, they're going to reign over us and devour us. Read what you got.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 9 and verse 36.
Come on.
Behold, we are servants this day.
Didn't we just read that in Baruch? You are yet this day in your captivity. You understand? 2025. Read.
And for the land that thou gavest unto our fathers to eat the fruit thereof, and the good thereof, behold, we are servants in it. And it yielded much increase unto the kings, whom thou hast set over us because of our sins.
Right, those other lords, that's the kings in that verse. You understand? These other nations who God has set over us. Why?
Because of our sins.
Because of their pretty white skin.
Because of our sins.
Because of the curse of Ham.
Because of our sins.
It's because the children of Israel sinned against God. We wanted to serve other gods instead of our God. So the Lord said, you know what? The people that I hate, that I despise, that I regard as nothing. You understand? That were made to serve you. Since you don't want to serve me, I'm going to make you serve them. Message. Read on.
Also, they have dominion over our bodies.
That's like the third time we read that word. They have dominion. Ain't that what the white woman explained in the video? The white man got dominion. You understand? Niggas on YouTube talking about money. The white man got dominion. You understand? He got dominion. Read it again.
Also, they have dominion over our bodies.
Come on.
And over our cattle at their pleasure. And we are in great distress.
They devour us. All right?
Cap. That's how you know they got dominion. Read the first part of 37 again.
And it yielded much increase unto the kings, whom thou hast set over
For
us.
every rich black man, there's 10 rich white ones.
Right.
Think about LeBron James.
100.
Think about it.
Every rich white black.
Yeah. Well, in this instance, think about the contracts. If they're giving LeBron James $200 million for 4 years, for them to have the cap space to pay him that, how much money are the Jeannie Buss and the Lakers owners and presidents making? You think because you get a contract as a rapper, as an athlete, oh, this is $1 million. They're showing you how much money they're making. If they can pay you that, how much increase are you yielding for them? Exactly. That's why in verse 36 it says that the good of the land that we produce, it all goes back to them. So just when you thinking you coming up, you're giving them generational wealth, and they're going to always be on top as long as we're in this land.
You on point, because that's the point that she made at the end. She read all that, the white domination, and then the last fact that she read was the players are 75% black.
Yep, exactly.
That's the yield as much
Exactly.
right there. So all praise to the Most High. So look, y'all, we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to dive into the topic, all right, the Katrina Holocaust. So again, make sure y'all hit that QR code, all right? Hit that like button, drop a comment, share, because when we come back, we ain't breaking no more. Yeah. Going. Hey, it's a lot to cover. We gonna flood y'all with the truth, like the Lord flooded my city.
Oh, my Jesus.
Damn. All right. We'll be right back with more on Let's Talk Truth.
Where are the mentors in the world? We got them out here today, but where are the mentors in this city? Where y'all at? We got over 300, 400 churches. Nobody is helping our youth when our youth are just attacking each other, killing each other, doing everything. They don't have any guidance. Where are the men? But where are the men that want to help right here in this community? I'm not talking about nobody else's community. I'm talking about this back door. It needs mentors and men all over. Not just in Valdosta, all over. But where are the men at in this community to help all this? Yeah, they sit in their house and they talk about them. When are they going to be about the business?
This is my son that this happened to. Sandra Bland was my sister. Rasheem Carter was my brother. Tiffany Carter, as well as Mrs. Johnson here, this is my mother. So when she aches, I ache. So we have to understand the importance of being able to come together.
Touch one! You touch a soul! You touch a soul! Touch one! Touch one! You touch a soul! You touch a soul!
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Truth. All right, let's get right to it. We'll put the thumbnail back on the screen. What we talking about? The Katrina Holocaust. All right. Can we look up the definition of Holocaust real quick? Look that up real quick. The definition of Holocaust. So, I know a lot of people don't be able to tune in as soon as we start, and we always intro to the topic in the beginning. So, just in case you just not hopping on or whatever the case, we already covered how, in a natural aspect of the disaster, right? The whirlwind of the storm, the tempest, that's God. That's all the Lord and the angels. You understand? That's the Lord having his way. That's judgment upon the earth. Right. It is what it is. The Lord wanted to judge New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah. You understand? It is what it is. But as I also stated that we was going to hit on was that the so-called white man in his evil ass found many ways to capitalize off of, his, how the scripture say he wiser than Daniel? Through his science, he was able to have foresight into that disaster. And he set up different things. He put certain things in place to be able to capitalize off of that thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Devil.
So, put that on the screen.
Holocaust. Destruction or slaughter on a mass scale.
On a what?
On a mass scale.
Uh-huh.
Especially caused by fire or nuclear war.
So that's what a Holocaust is. You can't tell me, now it says especially by fire or nuclear war. Katrina showed you that water, a lot of times can be more dangerous than fire. A lot of people be asleep on water.
Right.
The first time the earth was destroyed, it was with water.
Right.
You understand? So was not Hurricane Katrina destruction and slaughter on a mass scale? Wasn't that a disaster, a catastrophe, a devastation?
Right.
That's exactly what it was. Now, hit the little arrow. Hit the little arrow. So, yep, watch this. Keep reading.
Demolition, annihilation, inferno, fire, conflagration, massacre, slaughter, mass murder.
Mass murder. Yep, come on.
Carnage, butchery, extermination. Extermination.
Yep.
Liquidation.
Uh-huh.
Genocide.
What?
Genocide.
Genocide? That's the main one that I wanted to emphasize right there. The Hurricane Katrina is Exhibit A of an American genocide on black people.
Right.
Read the next jump.
Ethnic cleansing.
What?
Ethnic cleansing.
As I said, brothers and sisters,
Sheesh.
the so-called white man had his hand. He saw the forthcoming disaster.
This ain't right.
And he decided to put his hand in it to strategically further that affliction into a intentional mass murder of niggas in New Orleans.
Damn.
To where even when they scattered out of New Orleans, I forgot to get more content on that. But even when they scattered out of New Orleans, the genocide continued. He already knew what I'm telling the white man. I'm telling the white man that the devil the Bible speak of.
Right.
So play that first clip real quick.
Bring it out.
Pause. Start it over. I think y'all missed that. I think y'all probably thought I was bullshit. Y'all thought I was cap, huh? Y'all thought I was capping.
No, sir.
Play that again. Listen good. Come on.
Still just beginning to learn the extent of the death and the damage in the worst natural disaster in U.S. history.
Hurricane Katrina was the worst natural disaster in U.S. history. That what happened to my people.
Sheesh.
We do not talk about this thing ain't enough for that to be what it is.
Facts.
We do not talk about that enough. Watch this. Come on. Read, play.
We told them time and time again that they in the midst of sin and need to change, but they ain't did it. How much time you think you got while you walking down the block like it's all good and ain't got no regrets? Until you burn up, that they Christ turn up, with life eternal. Turn up the burners, yeah, gird up. I know you heard us, these nations gon' serve us, yeah, they gon' serve us. Hey, what's a king without a crown? It's like a beat without no sound. You just can't go without. Sabbath day, we rolling out, no holding out. Prophets all out in these streets, crying aloud when we speak. Spiritual war, you can't see the army, you got on their feet. Royalty, we in this shit for life, I call it loyalty. Keep these laws and these commandments, keep it joyfully. Song of Moses, snap your finger, just like poetry. When that fire come out, they just trying to avoid the heat, trying to escape the pressure. This that living water, I drunk it, it made me better. Christian man, cause we go by every word of the letter. Am I your enemy? Cause I said get your shit together. We told them time and time again that they in the midst of sin and need to change, but they ain't did it. How much time you think you got while you walking down the block like it's all good and ain't got no regrets? Until you burn up, that they Christ turn up, with life eternal. Turn up the burners, yeah, gird up. I know you heard us, these nations gon' serve us. Yeah, they gon' serve. We doing this work like 9 to 5 every day, all they prophesying. Babylon is coming down, I see ashes all on the ground. They keep asking us what we bout. We putting in bricks, building this house, so don't just stand around, but down and put your hand to the plow. Yeah, they got a lot to say until the tables turn. We read the scriptures every day, some people hate to learn. God ain't gon' give you the kingdom, you gotta work to earn. I see right through you if you fake that spiritual discernment. Before destruction, the Lord, he give you warning signs. I told you the truth, but you thought I was out my mind, didn't know what to do. I guess it wasn't the right time. When the Lord come back, all I'm gon' say is we told them time and time again that they in the midst of sin and need to change, but they ain't did it. How much time you think you got while you walking down the block like it's all good and ain't got no regrets? Until you burn up, that they Christ turn up, with life eternal. Turn up the burners, yeah, gird up. I know you heard us, these nations gon' serve us, yeah, they gon' serve us. Jariah be jamming. Yeah, hey, look, it's wartime. The Lord ordained all of this here before time. John 10 and 20 said we heard that voice now. Rising up, you see them God, don't get scared now. We on their head now, yeah, cause it's wartime. The Lord ordained all of this here before time. John 10 and 20 said we heard that voice now. Rising up, you see them gods, don't be scared now. We on their head now. Forget the corner, yeah, we want the world. Been putting in that work. You can't do it like we do it, now they mad, they feelings hurt. On the gas, better keep up, yeah, we do this round the earth. But we still down to earth. They just mad we did it first. From the US to the DR, yeah, you know we coast to coast. India, South America, you know we had to go. All in Africa, Barbados, and in Ecuador. I know they want us to stop, but for the Lord we do the most. Yeah, this the mission. Like Peter and Andrew, yeah, we fish. All these prophecies coming true, but you still wish we can get the kingdom together if you just listen and play your position. Cause you know it's wartime. The Lord ordained all of this here before time. John 10 and 20 said we heard that voice now. Rising up, you see them God, don't get scared now. We on their head now, yeah, cause it's wartime. The Lord ordained all of this here before time. John 10 and 20 said we heard that voice now. Rising up, you see them gods, don't be scared now. We on their head now. I apply pressure like Hydrex on more fly than a fly guest. It's wartime, you borderline on the northern sides, most high stretch you out. Destroy
But a lot of people did not leave their neighborhood. You understand?
It was home.
For real. A lot of people did not leave they 5-6 block vicinity because of the love that they had for so many generations in that spot. It was theirs. You understand? God said, the fruit of your land, go ahead.
And all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Now we know on the grand scale that's colonization. The white man has done that all over the earth upon our people, especially here in America, dealing with the natives. But on a smaller scale, guess what that verse is talking about? Gentrification. Where you've been dwelling there for so long, another nation gonna come and eat it up. He gonna find a way to get your black ass out, and he gonna eat up all that real estate. And if you want to move back, it's gonna be virtually impossible. That's the curses of Deuteronomy 28. You understand? Now give me the Deuteronomy 28:17.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 17.
Because he mentioned this. Go ahead.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Cursed shall be thy basket in thy store. Why did I pull that? He said his parents was paying insurance for 50 years.
Damn!
After the worst natural disaster in U.S. history. What's the amount he said his family got?
You can't make this.
$400.
$400. What the hell? Read it again.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
That's what insurance is supposed to be, a basket. That's why you paying that monthly amount.
That's right.
To lay up store against the day of trouble. You don't get no more day of trouble than Hurricane Katrina.
Right.
They gave them folks $400. That's we the people. We the people of the book. You understand? Well, back to the point about gentrification. Watch this. Play that clip.
Now opened New Orleans up to become one of the most intensely gentrified cities in America.
It was a beautiful neighborhood, but since the storm, all of the ones that was renting is not here anymore.
But even before the storm hit, New Orleans was facing an affordable housing crisis.
Right before Hurricane Katrina, we had something like 100,000 renters, African-American renters.
Residents who lived in low-wage households then spent most of their money on housing, with the storm impacting a large portion of the city's most vulnerable communities and made finding affordable housing in the aftermath a challenge.
We somehow, though, managed to create a worse housing system than we had pre-Katrina. How so? More vulnerability, more housing insecurity,
and more opportunity to further segregate the city.
The gentrification is own and pocket.
Before Katrina, you could get a house around here for $200,000. That was expensive. But now everything is full and up.
Gentrification process is already priced in the South.
I just want to see New Orleans stay New Orleans.
Gentrification has swept across America. From Brooklyn, New York to Oakland, California, communities that were historically black have made a dramatic shift in demographics across the board. New Orleans is no different, and Katrina sped up that process.
They should never have torn it down. It was a nice place to live. My concerns are if I'm going to be able to be one of the ones, because I'm on disability.
In a city of majority renters, prior to the storm, those hoping to return home say they found themselves shut out or facing housing costs that were out of reach.
That we missed an opportunity post-Katrina because there was no comprehensive plan about how we would ensure that renters had housing options. And instead, we spent the money to build up neighborhoods that were already gentrifying without protecting long-term residents.
All right, so watch this. Go to Micah 2, verse 1. Dealing with gentrification, like I said, on a grand scale, is dealing with colonization. The greatest robbery known to man, which is how the white man established his rulership in the earth. Message! How he got all the power. We got all the land through robbery and mass murder, genocide.
The hell is this?
But also, to this day, when it's, like how it's in Exodus 1, when Egypt You know, when we was dwelling in Egypt, they're like, hell no, these niggas, they getting too, man, let's deal wisely with them. Watch this. Read what you got.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1.
Read.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it.
Right. So these are things that they think about at night. While we thinking about hitting the lottery, you know what I'm saying, making it out the ghetto, you know, getting drafted.
Hoop dreams.
They dream about ways to exterminate the Negro.
Damn.
But still, you know, capitalize off of us being less than. How do we keep the niggas and kill the niggas at the same time?
What's the devil? Kill the Indian, keep the man.
Yeah.
Well, that's different.
Something like that. Not the same thing.
Same concept.
How do we do that? Go ahead.
Because it is in the power of the hand.
Because they got the power. They got the power. Wide power.
Message. And they covet fields.
And they what?
And they covet fields.
So, how we ended up in these ghettos in the first place, they took the most desirable parts of the city and shoved us into the least desirable parts of the city.
Oh my God!
But after a while of us, you know, being in those least desirable parts, the white man in his high tower with his eagle view says, wait a minute, we could build a port right there, or, you know, a resort, or, you know, it's hurting, you know, tourist money. We can turn that into, you know, a casino. Let's get those niggers out of here. We want that. We want that land. That big project, and yeah, let's demolish that. Yeah, niggers, we need that back.
Niggas will find somewhere to go.
Yeah, we need that. Read it again.
And they covet fields. And take them by violence.
And take them by violence. Like I said, that's conquistadors all the way. But again, Hurricane Katrina was a natural disaster. But the white man said, man, look, get the bomb! Get the bomb! I'm telling you, we gotta use this to take these niggas up out of here. Come on.
And houses. And take them away.
And do what?
And take them away.
Come on.
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
You can't make this up. Now, look at the oppression. Watch this. Play this next clip.
The state of Louisiana created the Road Home program 16 years ago to send federal grants to more than 100,000 homeowners to help them rebuild, of course, after Hurricanes Katrina and Rita.
And so why is the state suing them now? That's the question. They're suing thousands of them, even though they did rebuild and return to their homes. And eyewitness investigator David Hammer has been reporting on the Road Home since it began in 2006.
Well, now he joins with our partners at the Times-Picayune and the national investigative news organization ProPublica to investigate disaster after disaster.
Celeste Matthews rebuilt her flooded house in the Gerttown neighborhood of New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. And like 19,000 other Louisiana homeowners, she did it with help from a grant from the state's Road Home Rebuilding Program.
But anyway, I was happy, I was excited, because I said that, you know, even though I had some insurance, I didn't have enough where I could have rebuilt this house, you know, and did the improvements to it that I did do.
The Road Home program was designed to cover what insurance didn't after Hurricanes Katrina and Rita slammed the state back-to-back in 2005. Louisiana got more than $11 billion from the federal government to run the Road Home, and its big-picture success is undeniable. More than 100,000 families got grants to rebuild and reoccupy their homes. And as the state's administrator says, that's mostly what happened.
What we wound up with was about 95% of the homes that were helped by Road Home being rebuilt and inhabited after that.
So it was the new vinyl siding, right?
Right, the vinyl siding, yeah.
But there's more to the Road Home story, and Celeste Matthews knows it all too well. Just days after returning from yet another evacuation last year for Hurricane Ida, she woke up to a knock on the door from a sheriff's deputy.
So you're trying to deal with the aftermath of Ida, and then somebody shows up with these papers talking about suing you, for your house. And basically my house is all I have,
16 years after Katrina laid waste to her home, the state was suing this former state social worker, trying to take back a big portion of her road home grant and poised to put a lien on her house if she didn't pay up.
I tried to be a caring and a compassionate social worker. I did my job, but I went above and beyond the call of duty. And I feel like, I've done this for the state. Now this same state of Louisiana is talking about trying to take my house away from me.
The state wants her to pay back $30,000, the portion of her road home grant called the Elevation Incentive Grant. In addition to home repair grants, the federal government let the state of Louisiana give homeowners these extra grants to raise their houses higher so they wouldn't flood in future storms. Matthew's house was already raised before Katrina, but not high enough. She says a road home agent encouraged her to take the extra money, telling her it was okay to use it to cover the increasing costs of repairs.
Well, I talked to somebody from there, and they were saying, well, even if you don't use the money for elevation, there were some other things that you can do,
The state is now suing 3,500 homeowners like Matthews. We joined with the national investigative newsroom ProPublica and the Times-Picayune to review hundreds of those lawsuits. Some of the sued homeowners claim in court records that road home representatives who worked for ICF Emergency Management Services, the company hired by the state to run the grant program, told them it was fine to use their elevation grants on repairs. Some even provided forms where they checked a box electing not to elevate, but they claimed program officials encouraged them to take the extra money anyway. Several courts have ruled for the homeowners, but the state isn't accepting those excuses.
Everybody who got...
Check this out. Go to Sirach 14. So what happened?
You can't make this stuff up.
People's houses got destroyed. They needed money from the government, rightfully so, to rebuild those houses. So they got grants. In the grant was an amount for the purpose of elevating your house for, the unforeseen event of a future flood. So, now, black people, we be nervous when it comes to getting free money anyway. So like, whoa. So, I ain't going to elevate my house. So can I still get that money? Probably not even asking that. But the agents that's working the grants is telling the people, listen, whether you elevate your house or not, take this money and use it to further improve the house or whatever you want to do with the money. Because you need it, and we giving it to you.
That's right.
Then years later, white man said, hey, give me that back. That's mine. Your house ain't elevated. You can't make this up. Sirach 14:7.
Ecclesiasticus 14, verse 7. And if he doeth good.
If he what?
If he doeth good.
If he give you a grant, he give you money to help you rebuild the desolate places. Come on.
He doeth it unwillingly.
He ain't doing it because he care about you niggas. He got something up his evil, demonic sleeve. Come on.
And at the last.
At the what?
At the last.
At the end of the day.
He will declare his wickedness.
Nigga, you read Micah 2? We oppress men in their heritage. We not helping you. Go to chapter 12, verse 17.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 17.
Come on.
If adversity come upon thee.
If a hurricane hit your city. Read.
Thou shalt find him there first.
Red Cross, FEMA, and we gonna show y'all about FEMA right next.
Message.
You understand? Grants. Come on.
And though he pretend to help thee.
What the guy say?
And though he pretend to help
the
thee.
white man, the government pretend to help you. Come on.
Yet shall he undermine thee.
He gonna sue you and get the money back that he gave you. What the hell? He gonna gentrify your neighborhood. He gonna oppress a man in his heritage.
You can't make this stuff up.
What other book tell you, like, come on, man.
Hey, Esau the devil. The Arab man is not Esau, bro. That's not Esau. Esau is the so-called white man on this side of the earth.
That's right.
They're the devil.
For real, though. All right, play that next clip. Watch this.
I was ready to get back to school, so we ended up coming back down to New Orleans. I stayed in a FEMA trailer that I later found out was filled with formaldehyde.
Pause. So she finna break it down, but I just wanted to put this out there. This is from the documentary Katrina Babies. I believe it's on HBO Max. All right, that my wife showed me. She had to record this part with her phone because you can't pull the clips no other way. But it's so much good stuff in it. We could have did the whole show just breaking down the documentary.
That's right.
We ain't need no other content. You understand? Message. So shout out to the creator of that documentary. Check it out. But start over. Listen close to what this Katrina survivor is informing you about. For real. And that's what I kept hearing. I was a little kid. I was 9 years old, but I kept hearing FEMA. My family kept talking about FEMA. You understand? Some of my people had to stay in these FEMA trailers. Watch this. Play that.
I was ready to get back to school, so we ended up coming back down to New Orleans. I stayed in a FEMA trailer that I later found out was filled with formaldehyde.
Okay, so they put y'all in trailers that were filled with poison.
Yeah, basically because they were cheap. So they bought all these trailers that were actually not in use because they were filled with formaldehyde.
It's another blow for victims of Hurricane Katrina. Tests found toxic levels of formaldehyde fumes. More than 500 trailers in Louisiana and Mississippi. Some had 40 times the fumes found in most modern homes.
2 years later, when I would actually lay on my back, I would notice a ball sticking out of my stomach that just came from nowhere. So I kind of ignored it for a while until I started having like all kind of issues, health issues. So then I went to the doctor to find out that it was a tumor that had grown because of staying in the trailer.
You can't make this up.
You can't make
So again, this is supposed to be relief from the government. Your houses was destroyed beyond your control. This is our country, taxes, all of that. We have, money laid up for things like this. We have resources. We have trailers. You can stay here temporarily, you understand, while the city is in the process of being rebuilt or things getting worked out to have your property rebuilt or whatever the case. Come in this trailer. They round up the cheapest trailers. You know how stuff be, like vehicles get recalled? You understand? Because it's something very, very dangerously wrong with the vehicle, so they take them off the lots. This is what these trailers was. That's crazy. You understand? They was filled with formaldehyde. Ain't that what they use for dead bodies? You understand? Like morticians use that? You understand? They was filled with formaldehyde. These were discarded trailers. Oh, them niggas from Katrina need somewhere to stay.
The people.
Put them in the...
Good idea, Biff.
Shame on you.
Yeah. And some of our people suffer from that for real. Their sister had a tumor. From staying in that FEMA formaldehyde trailer. You got to think, she should be a millionaire right now.
Right.
Facts.
You understand? But these are...
It's attempted murder.
Exactly. These are the things that was taking place during Hurricane Katrina. I'm telling y'all that it's a real American Holocaust. All right? Now, you can skip the hell is this. We're going to continue with the topic due to time. All right? Matter of fact, where we at with time? IT. Who we looking at? Huh? All right, all praises. All right, let's go to the next clip. Watch this.
I know a couple facts about Hurricane Katrina that a lot of people don't know about.
Let's get into it real quick. Did you know that there was over 6,500 inmates left at the New Orleans prison? Humans, souls, living souls left in the prison. And when they did a count of who all was left after the storm was over, they couldn't account for over 600 people. Did you know this? It's also documented that the sheriff was aware of the storm, but he told them he'd rather them die in there than to be roaming the streets. He'd rather them die than have a chance of surviving just because they committed a crime. Did you know that bus stations and other nearby buildings that weren't demolished or engulfed in water was used as somewhat of a prison for black people and Muslims? All while the rest of the city is literally underwater and their family members are fucking dying. You found shelter and now they won't let you leave because they think you
hold
are
on
going
real
to.
quick. Hold up. So dealing with she said 6,500, right?
Yeah.
Prisoners that were just left in a prison. I mean, they were criminals anyway.
The hell is this?
You gotta think stuff that can get you put in prison. It ain't always murder, obviously. Right. It's not always rape. You understand? It could be somebody ain't pay their damn tax evasion.
Right.
You understand? Child support.
You could be there wrongfully.
Yeah, right. You understand? It's crimes that the Bible tells you is not punishable by death. And Esau said, nah, let them niggas rot. Get Isaiah 14. Now, this is talking about the Israelites as a whole, them never letting us out of captivity. But again, on a smaller scale, you see this directly applied in the case of Hurricane Katrina. Isaiah 14 and verse 17.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
That made the world as a wilderness.
Right. So when you read verse 4, this is going into Babylon the Great. Verse 12 calls, and Babylon the Great is America, by the way. Right. Verse 12 calls this spirit here that has dominion over this place Lucifer. You understand? Now read verse 17. Let's see what Lucifer did, a.k.a. the white man. Read.
That made the world as a wilderness.
How he do that? Through bombs, through destruction, through nuclear, chemical, biochemical, all type of warfare. Come on.
And destroyed the cities thereof.
Uh-huh.
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
What did God say about the white man?
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
Again, that literally happened during Hurricane Katrina.
To this day.
For real. Now keep playing. Matter of fact, go back a little bit because she had moved on to.
By buildings that weren't demolished or engulfed in water was used as somewhat of a prison for black people and Muslims. All while the rest of the city is literally underwater and their family members are fucking dying. You found shelter and now they won't let you leave because they think you are going to commit a crime because you're black. Did you know this? Did you know that America hired out white supremacist mercenaries, basically militias, to walk around the streets terrorizing people, and their sole purpose was to protect the city streets and protect the buildings and properties and things like that from looters and gangsters. When these mercenaries, when these criminals were asked who hired you, they said Homeland Security. But Homeland Security later denied that they did, but they had proof.
Pause. So you hear this right now. Remember what Kanye West said. White people going through such a disaster, right? They house, their community, everything they ever known is being destroyed right before their eyes. You in the midst of a flood. People, remember, they didn't send the massive help, rescue relief till 4 or 5 days later. People dying. Of course, I'm going to go swim to the nearest place that's not operating, by the way, obviously. You understand? Of course, I'm going to go in there and get that food before it's spoiled. The hell?
Right.
But what did they call that? When niggas did it? Looting. You understand? That's Deuteronomy 28:37. Right. White people were doing that. Oh, they just need food. They're dying. They need food.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
They would have sent white people from the sky to go in there and help unload the damn stores.
Damn.
Niggas doing it. They hire white people to go and kill and arrest, persecute people that's trying to get resources at the places that ain't operating anyway. They trying to get stuff out of there to survive. But it's loot.
Crazy, man.
You can't make this up.
You can't.
You cannot make this up. Go to the next clip.
Y'all see that?
Y'all don't understand the amount of things this man got to be judged for. Y'all just don't quite understand. Come on.
That's right.
Woke up the next morning and looked out the window, and oh my God, the water had to be 12 feet in the air. I'm like, you can see the top of cars.
Sherman Singleton was one of them, locked in a cell on Tier 2.
It was very, very traumatizing, and everyone began to really panic.
As New Orleans flooded, so did the jail.
A lot of guys felt like, y'all leaving us here to die.
He says pandemonium inside erupted, with inmates stuck in fetid, chest-high water, with no food, water, or air conditioning.
It's like 6, 7 toilets that they were using. Just think, all those days, there's no air or nothing. But it was horrible. I don't know how we didn't get sick just off of that alone. Because it was fumes. It was in 100 and some degree, 100 plus degree heat. And it's just urine and fecal matter. Just there. Some guys are throwing up.
You can't make this stuff up.
Go to the next clip. You just unmuted that, John. You alright? Oh, okay. Yeah, nah.
Abandoned prison closed after Hurricane Katrina. During the hurricane, the guards abandoned the prison after the backup generators failed, leaving over 650 inmates with no food or water. Many were trapped in their cells up to their chests in water. While there is no official death count, over 500 prisoners were later registered as unaccounted for.
Damn! You can't make this stuff up.
Go get Psalm 60, man.
Amalek,
the devil.
60 and 1.
And that prison should be sued. The officers, everybody that abandoned those inmates should be sued for that.
That's right.
Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 60, verse 1. Oh God, thou hast cast us off. Thou hast scattered us.
Right, and that definitely happened after Katrina. We went to Houston. We went to Arkansas.
Message.
We went to Memphis. We went to Atlanta. We was hated everywhere we went. You understand?
Facts. Now, I remember that part.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thou hast been displeased.
Oh,
turn thyself to us again.
Read.
Thou hast made the earth to tremble.
Katrina.
Thou hast broken it.
New Orleans after Katrina. Go ahead.
Heal the breaches thereof. For it shaketh.
Read.
Thou hast showed thy people hard things.
That was what?
Thou hast showed thy people hard things.
Imagine being locked up for, something, not that bad. You know what I'm saying? The battery, trespassing, shoplifting, something like that.
What?
And you get abandoned in the jail during a hurricane. You on the top bunk. You understand? Water up to your nose. All you got to breathe is your 2 nostrils. That's the only thing above water. And the water full of fecal matter and urine and vomit and bacteria.
Oh my God!
Read that again.
Thou hast showed thy people hard things.
I'm telling you, bro, you have no idea how hard this was on our people. We just barely scratching the surface, I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
Thou hast made us to drink the wine of astonishment.
Now go to the next clip. It's very astonishing. Come on.
It's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine
Yes, sir. These prisoners were left on an overpass after Hurricane Katrina. They stayed here in over 100-degree Fahrenheit with little food or water for days. Before they were taken to the overpass, they were left for dead inside of this prison. As the hurricane hit, all the prison guards left, leaving around 650 prisoners in their cells without food or water. As floodwaters rose, hundreds of prisoners were trapped in their cells with nowhere to go. Days later, authorities returned and moved inmates to the I-10 overpass. However, the 500 inmates were later listed as always be a good boy. Prison remains abandoned to this day. Don't ever play with God.
Yeah, show my people hard things. So just imagine when they finally get saved, look where they gotta go and sit. On a damn overpass.
Hell no.
After they just suffered them that week of abandonment. Staring death in the face.
This ain't right.
That's where they go. That's where they put them at. And the prison is abandoned to this day, like a damn historic monument.
What?
Damn, they probably gonna make money on Halloween from that, doing tours and that.
You can't make crazy.
Now go to the, I know y'all heard about the Superdome. My great grandpa was in the Superdome during the hurricane. Play that.
Damn.
Yeah, where they play football at, where they make billions of dollars at. This is where our people was at. A lot of our people for refuge during the hurricane. And it was hell on earth in that joint. Play that.
It sounded like a New York City subway train. Others said they thought it was thunder or someone hammering, and in a way it was. It was Katrina hammering away at the roof trying to get in. And then this, the first break visible in the roof. That is daylight coming through, and the rain soon followed.
There are reports about the Superdome. Some reports that we have gotten from people in the dome tell us that there has been a portion of the roof that is leaking. The structure is sound. Right now, there is no structural damage. They have moved the people who were on the floor of the Superdome in a very orderly fashion to get them out of the water that's coming through.
Play the next clip. Play the next clip. So, you know, that clip showed a little bit of the distress, but it's one of the stories from the inside. All right, play that. And like I said, that documentary, Katrina Baby, and it's, I think Spike Lee made a 4-part documentary dealing with it. I forgot what that was called, but they showed real life footage of what people was going through and dealing with inside of the Superdome in the convention center. All right, play that.
So speaking more on what happened in the Superdome. So what happened in the Superdome was a lot of people was put in the Superdome just like they was a convention center. The Superdome was the worst out of the two areas though. So in the Superdome, there was no direct area of food. There was no direct area of shelter outside of the cots that they got like a week later that they put on the Superdome floor. But it was just a lot of death, bro. Like, you gotta understand, like, a lot of people didn't have access to their medicine. So, like, a lot of the elderly died just off not having medication, starvation, dehydration. And there was a lot of dumb shit going on in there, bro. Like, people was getting raped, all kind of stuff. Like, I can't even explain, like, the Superdome, bro. The Superdome, if you could ever think about hell being on earth, it was the Superdome when Katrina happened. People was getting shot in the Superdome. People had guns in the Superdome. for a long time, they ain't have no police, like, regulation in the Superdome. So it was a lot of, like, shit, it was on some fend for yourself type stuff. So it was a lot of dog-eat-dog world type stuff going on. But people was fighting over food, fighting over water. Dead bodies was all over. And that's not like, that's not me being dramatic. This is really me being light, talking about the situation. But it was just a lot of death. It had a foul smell in there, all kind of stuff.
Give Baruch 2-1.
You can't make this stuff up.
I mean, we don't hear about that enough.
Y'all see that?
That's the Holocaust.
Message.
We hear about that all the damn time. And they get paid from that to this day. They descendants that wasn't even there. Hurricane Katrina was not even a full 20 years ago. You understand?
Damn.
And people that suffer getting sued from the state.
That's crazy.
To hell with reparation, we gonna sue your ass. Do you hear the stuff that was taking place?
Think God is not going to hold you guilty for that?
Read what you got.
Baruch chapter 2 and verse 1. Therefore, the Lord hath made good his word, which he pronounced against us, and against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah, to bring upon us great plagues.
Hurricane Katrina is one. Go ahead.
Such as never happened under the whole heaven.
You ain't never heard nothing like this happen under the whole heaven. You understand?
Message.
They try to just boost the hell out of them German concentration camps.
Man.
But this is people seeking refuge in America in 2005. You understand? Citizens of a city seeking refuge, and it sounds like something worse than a concentration camp.
This is America.
Hey, this ain't happening to no other people in the world, Craig. The Bible is talking about the Israelites. The people suffering in that. I understand it with little remnants and droplets of Caucasians or whatever, but
Message.
for the most part, the majority, not like the damn clip, 98% white in the House of Representatives.
Right.
That means that white. It was 98% us in that Superdome. You understand?
Right.
If not 99. What did God say about his people?
To bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem.
Right, in New Orleans. Go ahead.
According to the things that were written in the law of Moses.
All right. So from there.
Can I get someone that can?
Go ahead.
Go to 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. Get 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. Read verse 19.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
This is what our people fail to realize, because we mentioned earlier, when the evil in the city, God have done it. When there's plagues, when there's tempests, when it's a whirlwind, God has done it. But God is not doing these things for no reason. Hurricane Katrina didn't happen for no reason. It says these things are scourges for amendment. You read about it in Hosea 5. In our affliction, we should be seeking God. And he's showing you, when you seek for a nation that'll never save you, the same nation that enslaved our people, of course they're not going to truly help you. We're supposed to find these things as what? Repentance. That would have been the goal and the motive of God doing that to them in New Orleans if they seen it that way. So just a thought.
Read the next verse.
But for all these things,
they
shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
New Orleans in 2025.
Great.
Same wickedness.
Same murderous, evil, demonic spirits. They found their way back. You understand? And they're mindful because they not being taught in the church. You understand the understanding of it being God's judgment. And I ain't gonna lie, most of the people in New Orleans, it's like, so what? We don't even care. It is what it is.
At this point. Dang.
We don't give a damn if God gonna judge us again. What? It is what it is. You understand? Living to die. That's the mind state of our people. These things not even working. It's like a badass kid getting whoopings every day.
Come on, man.
It's like, I mean, at this point, I do this. Go to the.
You can't make
Go to the next clip.
Looters? Not anymore. But you did.
They're all dead.
What happened?
We shot them.
How many people you shoot?
38.
38 people. What did you do with the bodies? You take them to?
Gave them to the Coast Guard.
Oh, I
We
see.
tried to shoot to put them down. We didn't try to shoot and kill.
Oh, okay. So did you
We
kill?
killed a number of them.
How many did you kill roughly?
Cares. Matter.
Yeah, I hear you.
Doesn't matter. They chose to die. They chose to commit suicide. They opened up on us, so we fired back.
It makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach to even, hear that guy talking about how many people they shot, killed, and,
One man shot in the days after Hurricane Katrina is Donnell Harrington. He shows the scars from a gunshot wound to the back. Harrington says he was in Algiers Point a few days after the storm when a vigilante fired at him with a shotgun.
we was just walking through the neighborhood.
Harrington says he was not looting or causing any problems.
That was just an opportunity for them to...
Did you have any problems with looters?
So there was real life footage of we just played a clip of somebody speaking on that about the people that was hired. I believe it was a sister speaking on the people that was hired to be they said that they was hired by Homeland Security, but it was just white people with shotguns trying to kill niggas. They're basically using the storm to be able to get their rocks off. Read Psalm 59 and 2. So you got the white man telling you to your face, yeah, I did that. We weren't supposed to shoot him to kill him, but we killed I killed 38.
Throw
with a straight face.
Come on.
The book of Psalm, chapter 59, verse 2.
It's crazy. We don't talk about this stuff. Come on.
Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men.
These damn evil crackers. Come on.
For, lo, they lie in wait for my soul.
Oh, we get to shoot niggers and to get away with it. We're doing a good deed.
Damn. You can't make this.
This is our opportunity, Billy.
This is America.
Come on.
The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression.
And like the brother said, I wouldn't loot, I wouldn't do nothing. We just walking the streets, surviving the storm. Damn. Read that part again.
Not for my transgression, nor for my sin.
Niggas ain't do nothing wrong. Hey, nigga. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Boom. Read on.
They run and prepare themselves without my fault.
With what?
Without my fault.
Without any fault on our people behalf. Go ahead.
Awake to help me, and behold.
Lord, look at this. Lord, look at this. Go to the next clip. Wow. It's going back to showing us hard things. And like I said, my family from the Lower Ninth Ward, this is what it looked like in the Lower Ninth Ward. Waters was to the roofs. You understand? I heard stories about my grandma, my great-grandpa, neighbors having a boat, and people having to get on the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
For real, this was reality for our people.
Hey, at first sight, Cap, you would think this is some kind of bridge or some kind of balcony, some kind of something next to some water. This is a roof right here.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Y'all, just so hard to watch. I thought I was gonna be able to watch it. It brings back so many memories. Oh Oh my God, y'all. Those babies. We were stuck for days. Thought I was gonna be able to watch it. This Katrina baby's on HBO Max. So many memories. So many memories, dog.
So that's from the movie that I mentioned that really sparked this from my wife. Like I said, you gotta get on your phone and get clips, but it's from Katrina Babies on HBO Max. Now, mind you, get Deuteronomy 28:67. Mind you, when you see the little kids, right? So them kids are now adults. Think about the trauma you living through that for real. Think about the trauma. Think about what that does to your psyche. You understand? On a roof, on a damn, like the damn Titanic, on damn blow up the stuff you use in the pool.
Hell no.
Our people was on that for days, floating.
Y'all see that?
Waiting on a damn helicopter.
You can't make this stuff.
For real. Think about what that do to your psyche. In that movie, Katrina, one of the dudes that was a kid then and grown now, he was like, I made up my mind. I would never fight for this country. Never.
This is America.
All right. Now watch this. Now read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 67.
Go ahead.
In the morning thou shalt say, with God it were even.
That's what was going on during that storm. Lord, please bring the night. Go ahead.
And at even thou shalt say, with God it were morning.
Damn. So meaning what? The disparity was non-stop. You constantly waiting. I know by tonight a helicopter gonna come. Then nighttime come, you like, damn, it's over with. It's nighttime. When the sun come up, look, hopefully we make it till the sun come up. I know the helicopter gonna come then. Then the sun come up, it's hot as hell, you burning, and the steaming hot fecal matter water. Where they at? That's what our people went through. That's the curses of Deuteronomy. Go ahead.
For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
Hurricane Katrina. All right, play that next clip.
All right, so look, I know a lot of y'all from the news, you hear me? But none of y'all got like the real in-depth of what happened. You hear me? So I'm gonna start it off like this up. When me and my mama, we was getting ready to pack up and shit like that to go evacuate the state, you know. The military tank came, you hear me? I was 7 years old, you hear me? I was 7. The military tank came, you hear me? And I'm like, oh, man, the military tank, you hear me? They about to come save us, you hear me? Like, they about to come help us, for real, you hear me? So, when they finally, like, got close to us and, like, pulled up on us and shit like that, you hear me? They was like, where y'all going? We said, we getting out, you know, we packing our stuff so we can evacuate, you hear me? Man, them people looked at us and was like, y'all ain't going nowhere, you hear me? They pointed them M16s at us and told us we ain't going nowhere, you hear me? I kid y'all not. I kid you not, you hear me? So we go back inside. Now we got a house full of people, you hear me? So we go back inside and shit like that, you know, we tell everybody what happened. So we turn the news instantly. By nighttime, I kid y'all not, like I ain't never in my 26 years of living see the sky lit like a bright neon green, you hear me? I ain't never seen it lit no bright neon green. And I heard like the Mario music playing, you know, like it was loud as a motherfucker, you heard me? And I seen like the green light flicker off and flick on and flick off and flick on. And it wasn't like no warning, you know, because it wasn't the warning alarm or whatever, like they be sending the like the noise, you heard me, the loud noise that you hear across the state and all that. It wasn't that. It was not that. I kid you not, it was not that. I promise you it wasn't. You heard me? And I seen a car fly through the air and nosedive in a dumpster. You heard me? So I'm like, damn, Katrina here. You heard me? She here. You heard me? But life for part 2.
Limitations 4 verse 17. We're going to close out with this. So remember, the scriptures say, in our affliction we'll seek him early. The Lord does this for us to wake up and turn to him. Stop the sinning, stop the killing, stop the crime, all of that, stop hating one another, and turn back to the Lord. That's why he allows these things to happen.
That's right.
And also to wake us up to see who our enemy is. People that was in that storm firsthand, that got stories and accounts like these, are the people that you think is coming to rescue you, is denying you to be rescued. No, go back in your house and die in the flood, nigga. What you thought this was? Damn. You understand? That's also of the Lord to show you who your enemy is.
Right.
Read what you got.
That's right. Lamentations chapter 4 verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help, and our watching.
Damn, that first part. If you was in Katrina, you felt that. How do you not feel that verse?
Message.
Read again.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
On top of that roof, on the I-10 overpass, in the Superdome, in the convention center. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
George Bush hate black people. Hell you mean? Kanye West was right.
Right.
That's what God said. This nation is, they were trying to capitalize off of this.
This is America.
This was an act of genocide, ethnic cleansing. You understand? They weren't trying to, oh yeah, we're saving you here. Get in this formaldehyde trailer. Yeah. Hey, Billy, you guys, you little Confederate group, go grab some shotguns and kill the niggas walking down the West Bank streets. Come on, man.
You can't make this stuff up.
So, Lord's willing, man, this was edifying for y'all to see the curses and judgment of God upon his people during this hurricane, which shows you who his people is, as well as the depths of Satan, the vessels of Satan in the earth, the so-called white man, in terms of thwarting the affliction and capitalizing off of the judgment placed upon us and multiplying the evils thereof to gentrify New Orleans, Louisiana, and kill the niggas from out of it. For real. And like I said, we barely scratched the surface with it, child. But Lord's one of y'all was edified. All praise to the Most High. Again, make sure y'all scan that QR code to donate to the Booster Club. Yeah. All right. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to turn in a Bible book of our fathers after this. And also, y'all got the little IT survey. Don't forget to do that neither.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
5 brief questions. But all praise to the Most High. Lord's willing, y'all see us next week with more on Let's Talk Truth. Shalom.
Lord, how long?
How long, how long, how long, how long?
Lord, how long? How long we gon' suffer? How long we gon' struggle? How long till we get it right? Cause ain't no easy does it. How long till you judge it? How long we gon' cry? How long till you see it crash? Cause we tryna survive. How long we gon' suffer? How long we gon' struggle? How long till we get it right? Cause ain't no easy does it. How long till you judge it? How long we gon' cry? How long till you see it crash? Cause we back on the rise. Lord, how long? Impatient possessing my soul. The day that we leave, I know nobody knows. This truth been sitting right on our noses.